Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the hemisphere. This is Mr. Martin Club with another edition of What Did I Get? What Did I Get? These are some comic books that I got this holiday season, part two. In this edition, we're going to talk about bizarre sex and weird fantasies. Ooh. And if anybody watching this is not a comic book nerd like myself, you probably thought that I lost my flippin' mind. But no. What I do refer to is, starting with this guy over here, Bizarre Sex number 9. That is a classic underground indie book by Kitchen Sink that came out in the early 80s, 82, I believe. And this is actually the first comic book appearance of Omaha, the cat dancer. And actually, it's not the first appearance of the character herself, since that actually appeared in, she actually first appeared in a small print fanzine from the 70s called Voodie, which I have as well. I'm a big Omaha fan, and I do have most of the stuff that Reed Weller and put out with Omaha back then, including that, the record, and a whole bunch of stuff. But this book over here is the first appearance, and it's a rare short small print edition. This is the first edition. You can tell by the price. This is $1.50. There were two other prints that came out later, but this is the first print, and you can hardly get these nowadays. There used to be a time that you could get them for a pretty buck, but they were around, but now you can't even find them anymore. I guess people are hoarding onto them, rightfully so. Like myself, I have this is like my 5th or 6th copy, and this is actually in pretty cool. I think that's a very fine, I would say. Cover still retain its gloss. It's pretty flat. Pages are bright, so I'm really happy with this, and I got it for $20. So for $20. I sniped and got it right away, and got it before the holidays. So great. So this is one book that I'm happy about, and I think I got it for a good price. Second one is completely different, and this is the first appearance of Josie. Actually, it's not the first appearance, but it's the first comic book of Josie, and very rare find. They hardly come up on the bay. And seller had it for $50, and it's in pretty good, well, I would say good overall condition. I would probably say it's anywhere from 2.0. It's probably a 2.0 because the cover is detached, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta be very careful with this, but it's actually overall it's in good condition, good reading condition. So this is Josie number 1, and I got it for, I want to say $50, so happy with that find as well. Now this is Tom Strong number 1, and you would think that it's probably not such a big deal. You can find them a dime a dozen probably, but this is very rare. This is actually a limited signed edition. It's Dynamic Forces issued this, and they made 500 copies. And it's sealed, and it contains signatures by Moore, Ross, and the rest of the gang. I thought it's pretty cool. You hardly get to see any Alan Moore SIGs on the bay, or anywhere for that matter. There are, well, this is as real as it gets, short of getting either a CGC witness slab. But this is authentic. You can see that the seal is untouched, and there's the COA that came with the book itself. Got it for $25. I mean, I was reading the title like 3 times. I said, wait a second, Alan Moore signed this, and it's unopened, and it's $25. Yeah, I'll buy it. So, like I said, I've never read this, but I know it's a classic for some. And this actually makes me pick up the title and read it. Actually read it. But yep. So this is it. $25. Alan Moore signed. COA included, Dynamic Force Edition. Next one is first appearance of, well, let me just show the book. First appearance of Batgirl. Now this comic was listed by somebody that actually doesn't collect comic books, but I guess he came across this, and I was talking to the seller regarding this because I wasn't too sure what the condition is like from the pictures. He said that there are some tears, that the book has some tears. Ended up that they're not tears. They're actually, I don't know if you could see, these are printer creases. But he actually graded it as a 4 or 3.0 and listed it for $600, which I thought was a little expensive. So I asked him if or her if they'll entertain an offer of $390, and they said, "Yep, go ahead, get it." So it was $390. Can't go wrong with 3.0 or 4.0. This ended up being a little higher than that. I would say anywhere from 5 to 6 from the condition. So I think I got a pretty good deal over here on that one, and it's a book that I always wanted to have. So first appearance of Batgirl. It's a classic comic at a 5 to 6.0 for almost $400. Well, about like $400 for shipping, I'd say. For me, deal, definitely a good deal. And this one goes straight to the vault. Probably gonna press it first and be very careful with it, and then afterwards just keep it in the safe where it belongs. Now, this next guy over here, I always wanted to own. It's a nice collection of weird fantasy, and it adds up to what I was saying earlier. All you guys out there that have weird fantasies, that's what I meant. Clever, see? Anyways, this is the EC Archive edition of Weird Fantasy, and this is edition number 4, which is very hard to come by. Not too many copies out there, and it's in really good condition. This is a Dark Horse publication, and it's brand new. So I saw it for $50. Couldn't resist. Usually they go for like $200, anything north of $200. So I had to get it. And while I was at it, luck may have had it, I actually came across the coolest deal that I got this month. And again, this is a seller that I've been buying from in the past, and he just listed it for a price that I can't even share with you, but I will in a second. Weird Fantasy number 13, and seller had it for $18. 18, and I couldn't believe it. And like I said, it's a seller that I bought from in the past, so I was following his or her listings, and when I saw it, I just sniped right away and got it. It's in a pretty beat up condition. It's either fair or acceptable, however you want to grade it. Cover is still attached, but the pages are very brittle. I was very careful with taking it out of the bag and transferring it to another one. I'm not gonna temper with this. I'm not gonna try even to press it or do anything with it. This just goes straight to the vault. And there you have it. Weird Fantasy number 13, original edition, EC. And happy to own this pup. And that's all I got for you for today, folks. So hopefully you enjoyed that edition, this installment of What Did I Get? And if you have any comments or anything, feel free to hit me up. And see you on the flip side.